Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Frank, and with me is Albert, and we're going to cast a game from the group stages of the NSSL. It's Group Phase B. We're jumping into the replay right now, starting it in 3, 2, 1, go. And it's a game between kkDash and FsX. They're in Group Number 1 of Group Phase B, and it's an exciting match because it's TVT, and that's the most vibrating, most exciting matchup of all, isn't it, Albert?
Yeah, exactly, Frank. Oh my god, so many situations where there are not a lot of tank lines and there's always a lot of micro going on. Yeah, I don't know, Frank. Sometimes TVT can be very, very exciting. For instance, when one player goes mech and the other goes bio, then it's always very exciting to see. And I always enjoy to see drops.
Yep.
But when it comes to big stalemates, yeah, then I'm not so glad about that.
No, we'll have to see. If both players take half of the map and just be content with sitting on their asses mining out all of the minerals, it can be a bit stale. But we'll have to see. Maybe this game is going to be vibrant as any. And both players, by the way, going standard so far. There's a gas for FsX coming up. So most likely not an early expansion, whereas kkDash so far is looking like he might want to take an early expansion because he's not going for gas and might even be building a barracks. There it goes. Yes.
Yeah, indeed. So a little bit of differentiation already. I'm very curious what FsX has planned for this map, because when you have a gas that early before your barracks even, that usually means that you're gonna be heavy into tech. So perhaps we'll see some early banshees.
Maybe, yeah. How much gas do you need if you want to go, for example, factory with tech lab? Yeah, you could do lots of. You could even go for Reapers, but for Reapers you don't need the gas that early, do you? No, you don't.
No, I don't think so. I don't know the exact cost of a tech lab, but I don't think it's. I think it's just 25, so you don't.
Wait, a tech lab? I think it's 75, right? My intuitions say it's 75, but maybe I'm completely wrong.
Shit. I couldn't click on the barracks when it was finished, so I don't know. Our lack of knowledge is showing.
This is terrible. Alright, I'm gonna have to look really fast, because FsX barracks is now done. Oh, you're right, it's 25 gas. Alright.
Yeah, but for the reactor it's like, what,
50.
100?
Reactor is 50, okay. Tech lab's 25, so I was completely off there. Man, it kind of shows that I hardly ever play Terran.
Yeah, I want to learn Terran right now, so I just started learning Terran a little bit. So
FsX took out... He's gonna take out 2 SCVs. Did you see that? FsX SCV.
Wow.
He took out 2 SCVs from kkDash.
Wow, that's really cool. He's gonna do it again. Oh, oh that's a really nice little strategy from FsX.
When do you ever see that? When do you ever see that? I know it's very annoying if you got an SCV attacking your SCVs, building stuff at the front. And actually, talking about Reapers, kkDash went for a Reaper, so there's one on the field now.
He's going around right now, and he's making his way into the he's gonna make his way to the I think he's going away, but he's first going to go to the watchtower.
Yep, he's
so
going in
FsX
range.
has already got a SCV up there, so he'll probably see it.
Yep, he'll lose the SCV though, but yeah, he will lose the SCV. But so he's been warned about the Reaper. And speaking of getting into, kkDash could not get into the main of FsX because the wall-off completed. So kkDash has no idea that there is in fact a early command center for FsX coming up. He has a lot of gas though, so I'm really wondering why he went for 2 gases and why he sent 2 SCVs to build 1 supply depot.
Well, maybe it's some kind of mind tactics or something, because 400 gas, what do you want to do with that? He's even taking another refinery. What's he gonna do with all this gas, Frank?
This is, I don't know, maybe he has a secret way of spending it. I don't know, we'll have to... The Reaper's coming up, but amazing! FsX positioned 2 Marines there behind the smoke, so they saw.
Very well, very good game sense.
Oh, another Reaper is going to be annoying.
Yeah, he's going to be sniped, and he's trying to get in now, but the Marines are already in position. Great placement from FsX this far, making sure that no Reapers do any damage.
But kkDash got a scout off. He saw the quick second command center. He saw both gases. So he might, you know, this might be the mind game. Like say, so you've got an early expo, but you've also got 2 gases. Are you proxying some starport somewhere, or what are you doing?
That's what I would be suspecting. If you have like he already has now 600 gas, Frank. What does he need all this gas for?
He's researching stim, and did you see that he made his tech lab a bit of a manor tech lab? He built it between his command center and his geyser, and actually one of the SCVs mining gas is going all the way around the barracks to mine gas.
Yeah, you're right. Wow, that's he's gonna lose some, but it's not so bad because you know he already has plenty of gas. So
yeah, that's true.
He's already taking his third and his fourth refinery as well.
This guy loves gas. This guy loves gas.
Wow, that's incredible.
You know,
he's not even producing any units that cost gas at the moment.
It's you know, the thing is though, if you're going Terran mech, which I gotta assume that he's going at some point, you're gonna need a lot of gas. So he's like, well, I'll just stack it up now. But if you listen to Day 9, he says, don't get any gas, don't stockpile it up, don't start getting it until you need it. And I think that's a good advice because right now FsX got, let's see, how much is that total? Say 8 SCVs mining gas, which he's not using, and he's only got 23 SCVs. So he's got a third of his SCVs mining gas, which he's not using. So that's it's not.
Yeah, that's a really strange tactic, Frank. And he's getting more and more gas and not making any units. I'm really strange. This is I've never seen a build quite like this.
Maybe he wants to go
in the
for
meantime,
ultra upgrades.
kkDash is just making Marines. He has just taken his gas and he's now starting research. I think he's gonna take his +1 and he's second now. He's already got combat shields. Does he have stim? No, he's not got stim yet. So, well, he's just looking for a normal build with that's bio based. A lot of Marines.
He might add in some tanks too, because he's now got a factory building a tech lab, and the factory had already built a reactor that's probably going to be used for the starport. That's finished up in a little bit. So we probably have Marines with medevacs and probably some tank support. Tank Marine is still pretty much the standard in TVT, I'd say.
Yeah, I think so as well. In the start, you can also use Marauders to get rid of the tanks and make sure the tank count doesn't get too high. But as soon as your opponent has a couple like 6 to 8 tanks, it's gonna be pretty hard to break through with your bioforce. So yeah, I think the standard is still Marine tank as well. And then once the tank count climbs up, we'll see a lot of Vikings probably.
FsX is now going for double upgrades. He's got 2 evolution chambers. Oh shit, he's got 2 engineering bays. Oh, this is bad though. He started 2 upgrades in one of the engineering bays while the other one's doing nothing. That's a bit of a mistake.
Probably just a misclick.
I do the same thing though. I select like both of my things and I press G and A for the ground weapons and armor upgrades, but I do it too fast and then I get one of them. Oh, now he's corrected the mistake. He's seen it really good, so now he's fixed it. And oh, did you see that? Oh yeah, kkDash was moving up to the watchtower with just a few units to clean it out, but he's noticed, well, I need to have some more units. So he moves up with all of his Marines and medevacs, and FsX is now fully aware of the units that kkDash has. And by the way, he has a lot more units. He's at 96 supply over just 59. Look at the units tab. It's 48 SCVs over the only 37 of FsX. So kkDash is in a comfortable lead on all fronts.
kkDash is also going for a drop right now while he's attacking the front with a couple of Marines. I think it's just one scout to see. Oh no, he knows there's no third base.
But FsX was afraid of Banshees earlier and built some missile turrets, but now these missile turrets are going to be able to...
Great placement.
Oh, there's a second one. Is he going to take out the medevac with 5 Marines in it? Oh, that is a nasty loss for kkDash.
Yeah.
But these Marines are going to be able to kill maybe 1 or 2 SCVs. Nope, they're all running away. Really quick response time.
Yeah, it's a really good, great response time. There's nothing going to happen right here.
Oh, 1 SCV went down. Really close. But, oh, there was a bit of an attack at the front, but nah, nothing much happened. kkDash thought, I'm not going to run up to that.
Yeah,
Siege mode now done. Cool.
So while that attack was really thwarted really well by kkDash, by FsX, I mean. I still think kkDash is in a pretty good spot because he has so many more workers. He's already working on his 3rd base right now. So yeah, what can FsX do from here? I mean, he's got no medevacs. He's got no way to drop, so maybe he'll just go with a push anytime soon.
Not sure what his plan is. That's yeah, you're right. He doesn't have any medevacs. In fact, does he even have a? Oh yeah, he has a starport, but he's building Vikings out of the starport. That's an unusual choice. It signals that he is indeed want to go for mech, but he's not. He's only got 1 factory. So that's a bit odd, and he's now going for his command center, his third command center as well. So he wants to get an expansion done, but this is it's tough. He's still got a lot of minerals and gas. He should think about spending those. He's got a stim finish, by the way, working on combat shield. But in the meantime, kkDash has map control and is free to expand wherever he wants. He's still got the 2 hit point Reaper standing on at the third of FsX. So as soon as he takes it, the Reaper will notice it. And kkDash now got a substantial amount of tanks on the map. He's got he's got 3 tanks, just as much as FsX. But like I said, the map control goes to kkDash, and he'll probably be taking his third pretty quickly. His command center is done. So
right, and now he's also sending a Marine to the front, which is really smart, just to see if anything moves out. That's a great spot for that Marine to put it.
Yep.
And he's now, I think, trying to do another drop again. He's positioning himself there.
FsX sees it though. kkDash got to make sure not to run his medevacs into that clump of Marines there.
Right.
Oh, he pulls back.
So
there he goes.
yeah, that's a smart decision. I don't know. I probably saw the Marine standing there with his medevacs. He's also taking his third base right now.
Shots. He sent out the Viking to take some pot shots at the. Alright. The Viking strayed just a little bit too far and got picked off by the Marines. Oh, some tanks sieging up now, but
yeah,
great position from FsX. So no, he did the scan, but he lost 2 tanks just there. That was close, but not a good move for kkDash.
No, not at all, not at all. I think actually kkDash could take a little bit of a more defensive posture right now, because he's really ahead. He doesn't need to really push the issue right here. If he can just prevent FsX from taking a third base, he can just outmine FsX and just take it further, you know?
He's now transferring a huge amount of SCVs to his third, so he's going to be efficiently mining from 3 bases really soon.
Right.
And like you said, there's a drop from FsX in the main of kkDash. There's not much defense there. There's a tank with there as well, yeah. So all of the SCVs being pulled. And what is kkDash going to do? He's got most of his army out, but there's a bunch of Marines coming up to clean up this push. The tank was not sieged, and he might even lose. He lost the empty medevac, not the full one though. So FsX got away, lost 1 tank, a medevac, and maybe 1 or 2 Marines. Not that bad, but he also didn't do that much damage.
It was a really good reaction time from kkDash, stimming his Marines and going up and taking out the tank. Unfortunately for FsX, the tank was not sieged, otherwise he could have taken a lot of Marines with it. But now he's planning on destroying those rocks at the third, so he can easily go into there. And we already see that FsX has plans to take this third. But I don't think kkDash will allow him to take that.
I don't think so either, because his that Marine that you were so lyrical about is now scouting and shooting at the third of FsX. That's floating by.
Yeah, that's the best Marine.
Yeah.
Man. Give this guy a medal. He deserves it.
He's gonna take out the lone the flying. But of course, what the command center doesn't know and what FsX doesn't know is that these rocks are gone. And that he is in danger of losing this third. He really has to retreat it. Oh, did you see that kkDash actually taking the gold patch in the middle of the map? A very bold move, but he can do. Oh, lots of medevacs of FsX nearly floated over a huge pile of Marines. Oh, in fact, he has to hurry up on unloading these. I don't think it's the best spot for unloading them. You think he should just sack this position. The tanks are unloaded though, doing massive damage to the Marines. Oh, they're getting off a lot of shots, and all of the medevacs are here. So kkDash's army is going to get cleaned up. Wow, that was a very favorable exchange for FsX.
Yeah, but he just got those tanks in a great position, just in time, because like you said, if those Marines stimmed in a little bit earlier and got under those medevacs, then he would have been in a terrible position.
Yeah, that would have been lights out.
Looking pretty good, he's got his third up, but in the meantime, kkDash is mining.
Oh, his tanks are unsieged, and they're moving into his scan line. There's lost 2 tanks there already, that's 3 tanks.
Yeah, that's really costly.
He's losing a lot of tanks and he's trading against Marines, and that's something that kkDash wants to do. Oh, he's losing some medevacs. Should retreat those SCVs, and it looks like we're getting into a really classic TVT situation where there's tanks slowly moving up, pushing up into the mining bases.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, but FsX looks like he has more medevacs right now than Marines, and he has a lot of tanks, of course, which can hold this position pretty well. kkDash is so very bold by stimming up here.
He just wants to keep that.
He knows there's tanks.
Yeah, but he just wants to keep the tank count down. I think he took out another 2 tanks there. So in the end, I think he can spare some Marines. He's got the gold base mining, so he's got minerals to spare. And
Right.
he loads up a medevac. I think he's going to drop in the back. He knows that his position is not breakable with the forces that FsX has now. So he says, well, I can spare these Marines. I'm just going to drop them in the back, see what I can do.
Yeah, and in the meantime, kkDash is just taking his 5th base as well. I mean, he can move all over the map. Already got a Marine at the potential 4th base from FsX, just checking it out. So I really think the scouting of kkDash is really good. He has this drop coming in the main, but there are some Marines to greet it.
Yep. All right, that drop didn't do anything.
No.
So, but again, kkDash, he's nearly maxed, or kind of nearly maxed. He can take it. FsX has some idle SCVs idling about. Come on, SCVs, start building supply depots or whatever you're supposed to do. Right. Oh,
right,
look at that offensively placed sensor tower by kkDash. You can now see the entire front of FsX with his sensor tower.
Oh, that's really nice spot.
Oh, he didn't see the dropship though. Actually he did. FsX sent in a dropship, but it got cleaned out by the two Vikings that were there. In fact, kkDash never restarted mining at his main. Another Viking going down. These 2 Marines are kind of making up for the lost dropship, but there's another one coming in. The one Viking now firing
this
at
other
it.
dropship's gonna do a lot more damage.
Yep.
I think.
Viking goes down. Ooh.
Marines, yeah.
Yes, in fact. kkDash focused on his main. Now starts his his infantry weapons level 3. But in fact, the engineering bay is under fire. He might lose it. There are some Marines moving in, but in fact, he might just lose that very expensive upgrade that he just started on his engineering bay.
Yeah, he should cancel it. Well,
He's
got
got
money to spare, but not the gas.
Bam! There it goes. He lost the. And actually he loses the command center. Well,
yeah,
this.
the orbital's also going down.
Yeah.
These Marines are not in time, and they're able to clean it up right now. But he's got to start his upgrade. He's got to start it all over again.
Yep.
But if we look at the money, kkDash has like 6,000 minerals. I mean, he could make like 20 barracks right now, instantly replenishing his economy. He could also make just a bunch of command centers and just get rid of all his SFEs to make place for extra army.
Just look at kkDash is just treating like the exit of FsX's base as if it were his own choke. Like he's building bunkers, building tanks, and there's this huge strip of no man's land between the tank lines. Like you said, this is like a typical TBT. Oh, there's 2 Marines venturing out into the no man's land. That's 1 Marine venturing out into the no man's land.
Yeah, that's a really bad spot to go. But yeah, some people just gotta scout the front, you know.
That little automaton 2000 must be having sweaty palms right now because it's in a pretty dangerous area.
That automaton is like Europe in the Cold War. Caught between these 2 massive forces. Like, don't shoot me, please. I'm just innocent.
Oh, there's some more dropping going on, bro. FsX, a big drop actually, and it might take out the second engineering bay. kkDash is gonna have to do something about these drops, and his answer so far is to do counter drops. He's sending a medevac down at the bottom as well, sent out into the main of FsX. But these Marines are just free to do damage in the main from kkDash. kkDash main. There's the drop from kkDash in FsX's base. But there's Marines there and loads of SCVs that are now making their way to some more profitable base. Ooh, the medevac just flies over the. Oh, there goes a full energy medevac. And just look at the pile of Marines from FsX still in the base of kkDash. kkDash is gonna have to take care of this at some point.
Yeah, this is doing massive damage, way too much damage. Yeah, he really needs to take care of this quickly because all his production facilities are being slaughtered right here. He's really got to build some extra.
Yeah, he's got a lot of command centers, but he doesn't have a lot of production facilities. He's got 4 barracks here, but the rest is all command centers. So he's basically got 4 barracks and that's it.
Yeah.
And 1 factory.
He can afford a lot more right now.
He should definitely ramp up his production. Yep. He should have had much more to begin with, but oh, these Marines are actually in range of those tanks on the other side, just retreating on time.
Yeah, I didn't know that was in range indeed, but it is.
Yeah, he got a scan there, so... still though, kkDash is on more bases than FsX is. If you look at the income tab, that's interesting. Yeah, kkDash is way ahead in the income. Nearly 3 times as much. 2.5
well, that's
times.
True, but oh my god, kkDash just lost his entire squad of Marines here at the front. Oh my god, just walked right into the siege tanks.
Whoa, look at the tank move out by FsX. That's a lot of tanks. He might just take out this siege line unsieged. Yeah, there he goes. Takes out 1, 2 tanks. The sensor tower is going to go down now, sieging up. Ooh, kkDash is gonna lose this third base, it looks like, or fourth base.
Yeah, this is a really bad
Wow.
spot. If we look at the units count, kkDash just has 2 tanks
Whoa.
left, and he has 30 Marines, but
Look at this!
FsX
kkDash
also
is
has 30 Marines.
canceling all his building thing, and he's not repairing his planetary fort, so he's gonna lose it. Of course, he mined out this base practically completely, so it didn't really have to hold on to it. But man, FsX is actually in a pretty good position. Look at his supply count.
Right, if FsX,
Wow.
if he pushes right now, he's gonna be in a great spot. I mean, his income maybe not be as good, but he has a lot of army right now, and especially a lot of siege tanks.
Look at these Marines are just gonna have a heyday shooting at some SCVs. He's gonna say there's a lot of SCVs there at the front, but. Yeah, like I said, FsX. He's also got more production. He doesn't have a lot, but actually, yeah, he has significant amount of production facility. He's got 13 Marines and 2 tanks in the production at the same time, while kkDash only making 6 Marines. And the dropping by FsX is just continuing, and actually he's going to be able to just shoot at all these starports that are building. kkDash was trying to make a switch into, I don't know, maybe battle cruisers. I mean, he has the money for it.
Yeah, I guess so, battle cruisers. But I don't think kkDash actually has enough gas for battle cruisers. I think he should just build 20 or 50 barracks, because he wants to spend all that money and just.
Oh, there's an engagement going on between the 2 bases. Oh, some tanks from kkDash being hunted down by the Marines, and he's gonna lose the tank probably. Yeah. Ooh, kkDash has been reduced to only 85 supply, and he's still got so much money. I should definitely start producing something, and he's got his fusion core on the way. I've been looking for it, I couldn't find it. Oh wow. Oh, apparently they were talking about a bit of lag earlier, but kkDash now says that it became unplayable and he GG'd.
Right, that's really unfortunate.
Yeah.
I mean, I think FsX was in a really now in an unwinnable position right now, but maybe kkDash just lost all those Marines because he couldn't control them because of the lag, and that's really unfortunate, of course. So yeah, it was really a tense game, and it's really unfortunate if lag problems got the best of kkDash in the end.
It is. I hope that they'll be able to fix the lag problems or just wait a little bit on kkDash. We'll get to choose the map for the next game. So let's see what game 2 brings us. I want to end up by saying, look at the sponsors. They're awesome. They're sponsoring the NSSL and esports.
Yeah.
Check them out.
Yeah, go sponsors.
Go sponsors. Albert and I will be back in just a little bit. Keep watching.
Right.